Hi everyone, this is Francisco, and I just came up with an idea, and technically, this is similar to the videos I've been posting regarding the Faraday flashlight. Um, I actually just seen right now because I honestly was laying down. I just lay down on my bed, right? Okay, so I lay down on my bed, but I put these here, so they're aligned with the bottom of the bed. And when I put weight right here, they're gonna roll down. So when I sat down, see where they went? They're going towards they're going towards me now because I'm applying weight. So and then like we can make them go like think about a graph, like a like graph paper, okay? Because we're building something, we're designing something. And think about there being something in the whether on the center. Oh, I think something bit my freaking toe. But anyway, in the center, there could be a machine that, like, think about like two boards, kind of like a bar door. You know the bar or barn doors that swing open like this, and then the other one goes the other direction, right? So imagine when it goes up, the the magnets will basically come down at a 45-degree angle. But imagine these boards, the length, like, or width. Like, imagine them being very, very long, where a bunch of magnets and Faraday flashlight type of setups are are built in the sequence over and over and over. That pattern is repeated over and over and over and over. So as it goes, the machine, all it has to do is push up. When it pushes up, it's causing all the Faraday flashlights within that board to drop down. The magnets are going to drop down. On the other side, the magnets are going to drop down. Now, they're going to stay there. But let's say now that we want the opposite reaction to happen. So on the top, it's going to push down. When it pushes downwards, now it's going to flip the boards. What's up, Joaquin? It's going to flip the boards down. So now they're at a 45-degree angle, like a V. And the magnets are going to drop down this way. Now, let's take this to a small scale. Let's say there's 100 on each row. And each 100, each one can produce like, a certain amount of energy. Eventually, it's going to produce a positive, and it's a generator. It'll be a generator, and it could work all day long. So technically, all that will be required is kind of like hinges for a door that will allow the door, these doors to swing. It'll be connected like over here, or like where my forearm is at, and then it will allow it to go down and go up like that. That's the only movement that would be required for this generator. And then we could even take it up a notch, and technically, it's all about, it's just a pattern. That's all it is. It's a pattern. And kind of like, okay, there's blinds or shutters. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? The shutters. And then there's that stick. When you go up, it causes all the blinds to go upwards. But when you go down, it causes all the blinds to go down. So that's the idea I have. Imagine the blinds like Faraday flashlights. Imagine if, a bunch of flashlights, but all of them being connected to a battery, like, because this is a generator to the grid system. So all the machine would do is go up and then go down. Go up, go down. Go up. When it goes up, the magnets would drop down. When it goes down, the magnets will continue going down. Yeah, they'll go down. When it goes up, the magnets would drop down because gravity is just pushing them down all the time. And we can have these things running 24/7. We could have them in spaceships. We could have them in airplanes. We can have them in vehicles. We can have them, but I'm looking at this as a long-term generator, not temporary generator. So for someone to say, for cars, I believe it's possible, especially like in a big rig, all day long. But, okay, let's not really think about where this generator can be applied to for a second. Let's just think about creating just the basics, to power a home or to power, a home, an RV, something like that. But mainly, I'm thinking about these ideas to impact the whole world. So I'm thinking more like Edison, the electrical companies, the utility companies out there, because they take their job very seriously. They don't mess around. Okay? And I know that there's a lot of people who are into generating electricity because they have to run certain devices like all day long or whatever. So for people like that, then it's very important stuff. Like I purchased this rock tumbler. I haven't used it, but see, it's right here. National Geographic professional rock tumbler with gem foam, and it's basically before and after. And this is the unit. turn rough rocks into polished gems. So, see, we can do so many things. Excuse me. We can do so many things with technology, with electricity. So it will be helping the world. It will be helping all of us do amazing things, right? So, one of the biggest demands right now is electricity, because a lot of us are powering our cell phones, our smart devices. We're trying to power our houses, our cars, our boats, even our airplanes, a bunch of different things. Not just that, but our street lights. I mean, just think about every single street light. Street lights at night and the street blinkers to direct traffic. Like you stop, stoplight, and then it goes to green, and then from green it goes to orange, from orange it goes to red. Most of us understand that, but it requires electricity. It requires energy. If we can produce in a limited amount of electricity, then technically we could power more streets, more highways where there is no lights. We will be able to take electricity and this power to a whole new level to provide for people all around the world. We all need to quit thinking about ourselves, and we need to think about everyone in the whole world. Because there's some countries in the world, they don't have electricity. They don't have what we have, like, in this world. Like, personally, I have, some stuff, and what's up, Joaquin?
You said you wanted to go to the beach?
Yeah.
We could probably go on the boat.
On the boat?
Do while watching.
Tonight?
But we gotta see if there's any,
Or should we schedule it?
We have to do it online and see if there's anything available right now. But I'm gonna take a shower right now. Ran 26 miles.
You did? 26? I think your back hurt and stuff.
Full marathon.
It's 3:18 right now.
By the time we get there, it'll be like 4.
Like 4. So it'll be more like night.
Gets dark at like around 8.
Oh, okay. How much was it anyway? I forget.
It's only like $25.
25? Yeah.
We would have to see if there's anything available. Like at least the latest, probably like 5. Because by the time we drive out there and all that. Yeah. And then we could drink a beer.
I know. I'm drinking some natural ice right now.
Oh,
but
I'm tired. My legs.
I will check. I'm just recording this quick video, and once I'm done with this video, I will.
I'll check too when I get out the shower.
Okay, for sure. Can you close the door though, please? Because I'm trying not to get
no distraction.
No, just the noise. But for sure, I will look into it right now. So excuse me, guys. Basically, it's straightforward stuff. We all need these things. We all need electricity. We all need to power our homes, light wise. To provide light. We also need to provide each other with, heating and cooling systems. Well, that's a whole different issue. Providing heating and cooling. But provided you have a cooling and heating system, machine unit, then obviously you'll be able to power it with electricity. And that's exactly what I'm talking about here. Okay? Because even though I live in California, even though there's rich people around me, I don't own shit. I don't even own my own house. Okay? Like, I'm just living here at my parents' house. But the little inventions that I have, well, that are around me, like, there's a fan, there's a TV. I personally, I have my iMac, I have my cell phone, I have my smartwatch, I have my iPad, I have my rock tumbler. I have my headlamp for my work, my flagging. Oh, and I have a vacuum which I take to clean windows with. But other than that, I don't really have anything else. Oh, I have my car, but I pay for the gas. But it has a battery. But anyway, that's all I really own. Honestly, I'm not even lying. So it's just a few little things that require electricity. Okay? But, and I'm not saying, okay, if we provide the world with electricity, and if we make it very, very affordable, it still doesn't mean that you're going to have everything that other people have. It will just mean that we will be able to help each other more than what we are capable of helping people now. That's all it really comes down to. So don't get it twisted. Don't think, oh, Francisco is going to provide the whole world with free electricity, because I can't. But even if I can, even if this idea pans out to be, free electricity forever, then that would be great. Then all of us would be able to focus on what we do best. We will be able to focus on our jobs. We would be able to do more things as a human race. Blah, 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 blah. But you guys get it, right? Or do I need to draw this stuff out? I love the Mythbusters. I remember like watching a few episodes from them. I remember Bill the science guy in my science class. Here in a REMA school, I believe it was a REMA school, or it was a different school in Corona, California, when I was going to elementary. But either way, I forget. Or it was middle school. I forget though. But Bill, the science guy, I remember watching him. And like, they're always experimenting with stuff, and they're always it's just science and stuff. So it's kind of like the shutters. If you look at shutters, the wooden shutters, you will notice that there's a vertical piece of stick, and then the shutter blind things are horizontally, and there's a bunch of them, and all you have to do is push up a little bit. Once you push up all the way, and it's only like this much of a distance, then the blinds, even if they're down, as soon as you do that, they'll flip this way right away. If you go the other way, if you pull it down the same distance, it'll go from here to here real fast. Think. So that's all the machine will do. All day long. So I was thinking about the bubble generator, So we could technically, do this with with water within a tube with magnets, and then the coils outside of that. And I thought about all this stuff. So that's a whole different experiment. And then I even thought about another cool experiment would be to get liquefied copper and running that through like a tube, like kind of like a water hose, with magnets around it or something, to see if it will produce electricity. As an experiment only, just to see if maybe if it excites the the positive ions or negative ions or whatever, like the science behind it. Because we all know that if a magnet passes through copper or whatever, or vice versa, it will produce an electrical current, as the ions or whatever pass through the wires or something, the copper wires. So yeah, it's that simple. A lot of us are relying on solar panels. A lot of us are relying on windmills. Like the government is spending billions of dollars on that stuff. Literally. I think that the Faraday flashlight is a simple, straightforward design. I don't think there will be any breaking parts, if ever. Honestly. At the bottom of the Faraday flashlight design that I'm thinking about, it can have rubber, like rubber balls, to not make, so they won't be so loud. Think about that if you ever try to design this, or if you do design something like this, because the last thing you want is for this thing to be super loud or whatever. Probably some air pocket holes will probably be good, but probably they won't be necessary. If they are not necessary, it would be better not to introduce that into the design, to minimize cleaning the device later on in the future. Not just that, but it will also technically make it water resistant in a way. The whole thing can be enclosed in glass, kind of like a solar panel as well, to prevent dust from getting on the copper coils and all that. Kind of like a flashlight, a Faraday flashlight. Exactly like that. But if there's a glass on top of that over the whole board, then what will happen is all we would have to do is wipe it down, that and it'll be clean, or we wouldn't even have to like mess with it. We wouldn't even have to like clean it. And then if we want to do maintenance on it or whatever, we could open that latch, the top covering, to reveal all the Faraday flashlight things that will all be connected in a sequence to wherever you want the current to go to. If you want to do maintenance, all you would have to do is open that, and you'll be able to access the Faraday flashlight things, and it will be clean in there. There won't be any dust, maybe just a little bit, but it'll be super, super clean. And that's what we all want. Kind of like a cell phone. Think about a cell phone. And then the otter boxes. Like a phone cover to prevent dust and stuff like that from getting into the phone. Kind of like a water resistant phone case. Think about that as well. But it's not even required, honestly. These things can be placed in a shed somewhere, somewhere where, where people can't hear it, because it's like the rock tumbler that I have right here. Um, it's oh shit! I spilled my beer. It's probably going to. It's probably going to. It's probably going to, make a little bit of tumbling, like a rumbling sound, kind of like this, because there's stones in there. But they made it where the cylinder is made out of rubber. The tube in itself doesn't have to be. It could be like the Faraday flashlight, okay? Just like that. And we all know that a Faraday flashlight works, and all we have to do is shake it back and forth, because what's happening, the magnet's going up and down, very rapidly. So, the longer that these shutter, things are, the longer it will take for it to hit the bottom. So, let's say they're 12 inches each one, and you have a whole row. And then all you would have to do is all you would need is a little bit of electricity to push that lever up. And you're talking about it operating like 100 different Faraday flashlights at once, just with that little amount of electricity. And then once the magnets go down, it will be programmed. I'm talking about a machine here, not a fucking toy. Commercial grade for Edison, for the whole world. Once they drop, it will go the opposite. It will go drop it. It will drop it. It will pull the thing down. The magnets will drop again. It will go up. Because as you're going up, the magnets are going up. When you go down, the blind will come down. The magnets will drop. Magnets are always going to drop. Okay? And it can be designed. This is fucking confusing. But it's simple shit. You guys get what the fuck I'm talking about, right? I have to go.